Hi, welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophia, pilot into the universe of Chinese. Let's continue our exploration in one more Chinese expression a day. And we're going to continue with October's 3-character Chinese expressions, which are more contemporary, sometimes more humorous than the usual set phrase, 4 characters. Okay, so 软柿子 is what we're talking about today, and it's definitely more colloquial Chinese expression. If you're seeing 子, it's kind of almost like a baby talk. It makes it cuter. Okay, so 软柿子, if you look at the translation one by one, it's soft persimmon fruit. So we're talking about a fruit, and the status of that fruit is soft. Chinese eventually use the type of fruit, the persimmon specifically, that type of fruit, one is soft. I mean, if you ever had persimmon, which is delicious, one is soft, but it has to be the right soft, of course. I guess this is part of human day-to-day life so much. And if you have this soft one, especially when it has a certain tactile quality, right? Because it's soft, it's a little bit squishy, a little bit, and people tend to do more of this handling it with more squeeze, simply because it's soft. It feels nicer to touch it that way, and eventually people use that everyday practice of you going to a marketplace and you find a soft persimmon, and actually you do want to squeeze it to test if it's the right, within the interval of the right soft hard spectrum to bring home, right? So you as an obligation, I mean, you may have seen Chinese go to food market to tap on the watermelons. That's what I do. I'm not shameful of that. That's a pretty effective way to tell if the watermelon is ripe at the right ripeness level. And for persimmon, I guess it's the same. Like if you have to squeeze it a little bit to touch, then to tell if it is a good ripeness. So people use that to mean person, describe a type of person who are soft. This is the key word. So we're using this fruit to describe this quality of the fruit to describe a person. Now that person is soft, that you can just pinch it or squeeze it or, so English corresponding would be pushover. So, English probably sound more violent, like you have to push somebody, and but this one is 软柿子. 软柿子, we didn't say what we're going to do with it. We're just saying this person have this soft quality that almost like ask for would trigger people, the shoppers, to squeeze them because it's soft to begin with. Okay, so soft have this cart or vehicle image of there on the left side, and the right side is doing this yawning thing. Okay, I guess the whole thing made of these 2 parts to mean the vehicle back then. This is the style that's kind of cushioned, soft. I would imagine in back then, vehicle, there are different types. But I mean, the core of the vehicle got to be something put on wheel, right? And then goodies or people put kind of have a platform to sit on it. And some vehicles made it more comfortable. Some are more, pared down, more costly, cost less to travel. So this is a type of vehicle that make it cushioned, make it, almost like when you're doing the yawning, the air going out in waves, right? So there's no firm cut end or border of something or interface of something. Everything is soft. So this describes the type of vehicle that's soft. And the vehicle, we can see this is the wheel, the axis, the two stoppers. It's a visual representation of of course, just one wheel. But you can put in, multiple wheels over there, depends on the vehicle design, right? But at least it has to have one wheel on it. Okay, persimmon is a commonly consumed Chinese, at least in the China I grew up in, fruit. And this persimmon, because it got harvested in kind of late October or September, so it became kind of a transition or winter fruit as well. So sometimes the people freeze it, so it becomes like hardened, so it doesn't get rotten. That's pre-refrigerator age. People do this freezing of the fruit, and then you have to really wait for it to thaw, to soften, to be able to consume it. But the taste is sublime once you have it. Once you have it thawed. Okay, so it has the tree symbol on the left side. The tree simply here, the top, the upward pointing trident looking thing is the canopy of the tree. And the opposite side, the downward pointing, is the root of the tree. And even if there is like a small trunk up there, it's not realistic. But it shows the two major parts. One is the visible part, one is invisible and sometimes bigger part of the tree, right? Because the roots has to be longer, deeper than what it's able to hold up on the above ground portion, right? So that's the tree. The right side actually means marketplace. And we have to put a little bit of imagination over here of what marketplace, like marketplace is an abstract term, right? It's where people exchange goodies, either before currency, that's bartering, or after currency that you have to get paid. So I would view this like two curves connected together, almost like two parties coming to make a deal, right? And then it also had this trident thing going, like poking through the whole thing. It provides the structure. It almost like it's an outdoor place, but probably it's under a tree, under a canopy. I would imagine, right? If you want to go to a marketplace, it better be shaded. Who like to stand in the sun to do trading, right? So this probably provides this the setting of the marketplace that's shaded, and it could also mean, according to some scholar, this is a kind of a later rendering of the character, but originally it means going toward, means traveling toward that destination. So that's where people gather, the whole townsperson who want to trade gather. This is the gathering place, and where people, the two parties, making a deal. Okay, that's marketplace. So I don't know, it's a random pairing of this marketplace with the tree symbol that actually mark a particular kind of tree. But I mean, just now I imagine this actually could be very well depicting the type of fruit it looks like. So okay, so the tree symbol means it's a plant, right? It grows on a tree. And then the right side is the main feature of that tree. So the fruit of this persimmon would look somewhat resembling this. So this is the fruit portion, and this is the stem connecting it to onto the tree. And I mean, that could be a visual representation as well. And it happened to look like a marketplace concept. Okay, that may do as well. Okay, persimmon, fruit. I translated this fruit, but originally this means children or kid. I mean, Chinese doesn't have singular or plural form. Like it's not our concern. We just tell you what that is without naming how many that is. Is it singular or plural? So this is either kid or kids, child or children, or baby. This, I guess baby is more age appropriate according to this image. It's a big head, one big torso. The legs are not emphasized. You know, human figure in Chinese is two legs standing being, but a baby, before it can walk, it's one big torso and then two arms reaching up, kind of pick me up position. So that's how babies will look like. And people, I mean, Chinese just use this to visualize. This means children or kid. And of course, in terms of when it applies to a tree, that means the fruit of the tree, the children of the tree, right? It's exactly that kind of relationship. So 软柿子, you see the 柿子 looks like this. It has a kind of a stiff leaf at the very end. So it kind of looks like that, wouldn't you say, right? So it could be a visual representation of that. Anyways, so people put the persimmon, kind of string them together to air dry them. I guess that's the way to preserve the fruit before the refrigerator. And so Chinese use 软柿子 to, you know, fruit quality, transfer it onto human quality, the softness. So I guess softness here means boundary setting. It's blurry boundary setting so that people can, you know, keep testing what's your boundary. If you're soft, you know, that will be very inviting for people to keep pushing, therefore push over. All right. Catching the currency of thinking about one word a day with Sophie. See you another day.